And Brown, we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We're starting off the new minor league football system. There's excitement in the air here in Colorado Springs. We have the San Jose Bandits, a visiting team, playing Colorado Springs Spirit, coached by former Southern Colorado coach Mike Friedman. Ryan, really seems exciting up here in Colorado Springs.
Yes, it does. We have 2 new ball clubs in this league, and the commissioner's really excited about it. Should be an exciting game, good matchup tonight.
Of course, Ryan is referring to Roger Worley, the former 7-time All-Pro of St. Louis, of the St. Louis Cardinals. It will be number 10, Sergio Olivares, kicking a 5'7", 160-pounder. He played his collegiate ball at San Jose State, I believe. Let me check that. Yes, he did at San Jose State. He will be kicking off. Back receiving, Mark Hatcher. Well, Hatcher is running off the field.
Merv Skurlark, a 6'1", 200-pounder out of Texas Tech. She will be returning the kick.
Right there, it shows you some of the great ball players that you will see in the minor league football system. A gentleman from Texas Tech. There'll be players that played all over the country this season, and really should be great to see. Well, apparently Hatcher had some difficulties with his helmet. He is back on the field. It's Skurlock and Hatcher back to receive the first kickoff of the 1989 minor league football system. Boot is off. It's a deep kick. Takes Scarrett way back, and it is out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Spirit. Tony Merritt, 6'4", 205-pounder, will be quarterbacking. And missed bobble on the first play, and he will be sacked. Right away, there's a fumble, and it is San Jose football.
It's kind of surprising tonight after the Spirit had a sloppy game against the Crusaders last week, their first time out. We hope to see him a little better performance tonight, but hopefully they'll get it back together and get on track.
Of course, we should mention that there's been a rainstorm of approximately 2 hours here in Colorado Springs, and the ball will be slippery, and right there, as Merritt mishandled the ball, it proved it. Who's in backfield? Okay, go ahead. Rich Strasser, the veteran quarterback of San Jose. Straight drop back and a handoff. It was to Robert Davis, a 5'8", 175-pounder from Western Michigan, and he didn't pick up much on that play. Well, there is a penalty, and apparently it goes against San Jose, a legal procedure call. Five-yard penalty against San Jose. Marks him back. Strasser again hands the ball off, this time to Anthony Stitt, 5'11", 215-pounder out of Arkansas, and he didn't get much, and the interior line of the Spirit really seems to be taking over right now in the early part of the game, Ryan.
Yeah, they're looking really strong, seem to be dominating the offensive line, can't get any really good holes opening up or anything.
You know, we talked about that earlier, Ryan, how big Colorado Springs seems to be, and right there their line is proving that being strong and being big sure helps to be a defensive lineman. Again, Strasser sets up. It is 2nd and long. Straight drop back and a roll out to the left. There's pressure on. Gets a pass off. Strasser does, and it's incomplete. He received some great pressure right there. It would seem to be put on by Allen, or excuse me, I'm not quite sure who that was. James Smith, I'm believing it was 6'6", 260-pounder out of CU.
And once again, you see some good penetration by the defensive line, rushed by about 2 or 3 players on the Spirit team.
Strasser in a passing situation. Straight drop back. He Shakes off a couple people, looks him off. He rolls out to the right. Gets rid of the ball. The ball is complete. Nice job by Strasser as number 64, Doug Miner, defensive tackle for the Spirit, was pursuing very well. Pass was complete, but short of the first down, and it appears that the field goal unit will be out. Sergio Oliveras will be in to try the field goal. Nordhausen is the gentleman holding. Field goal is up, and it is good. It gives San Jose a 3-0 lead early in the ball game. 12:50 remaining in the first period. San Jose 3, Colorado Springs 0. Oliveira set to kick off from the 35-yard line. Again, it's going to be Merv Skurlock along with Mark Hatcher, the former CU quarterback, back to receive at the goal line. Last time Oliveira's kicked out of the end zone. Again, it's a deep kick. This time, Skurlock will have a chance from the goal line. He takes it out. He's out to the 10, to the 15, and he has a hole straight up the middle. Skurlock's trying to avoid one man who was the kicker. It came down to Skurlock and number 10, Sergio Oliveras. And Oliveras, basically, Ryan, all he did was get in his way until some pressure came back from Sheldon Martin to help him out.
Oh, yeah, the Spirit team did a good job of opening up the hole. Nice wedge up the middle, front and back wedge. Both did a good job. The only problem he had is when he slowed down to miss the kicker, he fell down, or he would have had a TD.
Excellent run back, and right there you saw how versatile Hatcher is. He was lead blocking, doing a fine job. Handoff up the middle, and pickup of about 4. Number 5, Tommy Bonds, 5'11", 210-pounder out of UTEP, on the run, and right there shows the recruiting that these teams have done, Ryan. Of course, the man out of UTEP, Texas Tech, we mentioned earlier. These teams are taking this very seriously, as they should. Tony Merritt sets up. Again, handoff. This time pickup of about 2. It's going to be a 3rd and long 4. Handoff, left side. And not much there. Jeff Patterson, former Pueblo, Colorado running back, playing at Southern Colorado in Pueblo. Nothing there. They tried to go to the left side, and great pressure.
Yeah, a lot of good pursuit by the linebackers and defensive backs. Closed that up really fast. It looked like it might have been a promising play, but it closed up. Carver Rusaw made the tackle, a DB.
Colorado Springs Spirit trying to even the score. Scott Segrist in, Eric Van Tassel, the holder. This will be a very long kick. Kick is up, and it's going to be very close. And it hits the crossbar. It would have been a 51-yarder. It hits the crossbar, and a tough break for the Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit had a chance to tie it up there. Now the Bandits have got to be happy about that situation to stay ahead this early in the first quarter.
We have an injured man down the field. We can't quite get his number. Ryan, we see Coach Mike Friedman in action with his players. Friedman, a very demanding coach. He is a proven winner wherever he has been, and right now he's trying to prove that with the Colorado Springs Spirit. Strasser up at the line. Straight drop back. Receives some pressure. It's intercepted and taken down at the 5-yard line. Excellent play right there. That was number 46, Bobby Wilson. A linebacker just came across on the short little screen, or swing pass rather, and Strasser didn't see him, I believe. I think he was just looking at Davis and just kind of lobbed the ball. And number 46, Wilson, came up for the play.
Oh, yeah, that was a beautiful linebacker play by Bobby Wilson. Playing his outside linebacker position, he saw the pass and covered the flat beautifully and picked off a pass that should have been caught otherwise.
Let's go. Handoff handoff up the middle. Down to the 1 is Jeff Patterson. Colorado Springs fans very excited. Ryan, I'm sure Colorado Springs wanted a bigger turnout, but of course we mentioned the rain, and I'm sure that turned a lot of people back.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Luckily for the players, it turned out to be a nice night, and it'll be a good game because of it. Here we are ready for the next play. Quarterback's under center.
Again, we have a handoff, and the D-line right now is doing a fine job for San Jose. Both defensive lines have done the job. The big plays, of course, came on the long return. Springs didn't get anything out of it, and right there, the interception.
No, neither team has been moving well offensively, but the Spirit is really close to the goal line now. It's going to be tough to get in. We'll see how well their goal line offense is working.
And we have a rollout to the left side, and it's a pass out of the end zone. Colorado Springs will try for the tie as Segrist is in again. This should be a chip shot for him. 20-yard attempt. Van Tassel holding, and it's a bad snap. And again, San Jose comes out of it. They're pitching. It looked like a forward lateral, and the flags are down. But again, somehow, San Jose finds a way to stop Colorado Springs.
Yes, a couple of very bad breaks for the Spirit. After 2 big breaks for them, they get 2 against them. One, they missed 51-yard kick, and one, a bobbled snap on an attempted kick.
And we have a handoff left side, and not much there. Again, interior of the line doing a fine job, Ryan. Right there running the ball was Anthony Stitt, and nothing there on the left side.
Nothing at all. Defensive line doing a very good job once again.
Strasser sacked. I'm surprised we don't see any flags because it appeared there was an offsides. And straight drop back. Strasser gets the pass out. Complete to number 89. Let me check who that is. It's K.C. Clark, 6'4", 215 pounds, tight end, and going to be a long way from the first down. We have Dave Miller with us, the voice of the Pueblo Crusaders, one of the more successful teams in semi-pro football this year. Dave, starting the minor league football system. I know you've really been involved in this, really pulling for this to work.
Yeah, Johnny, I think this is what football needed. It's what the football fans needed around here. Everybody can't go to the Broncos and watch them. They can come out and watch the Spirit play. They can watch Pueblo. Some really fine teams. San Jose, one of the better teams in the MLFS right now, and looks like the Spirit's giving them all they can handle.
Yeah, it's been a very good game. Punt is off. It's going to be a very short punt. It does take a bit of a San Jose roll. Dave, as you said, San Jose and Pueblo, a few of these teams have been playing minor league football. Colorado Springs, a brand new team. Do you believe that that's going to affect them starting off right now, or do you believe that Coach Friedman has done such a fine job of recruiting, and as a lot of these coaches have, do you believe that there's going to be maybe an equilibrium there, or maybe some parity in the league, or not?
Oh, I think you're going to see a lot of parity in the league. Mike's got a good bunch of kids to work with. That Mark Hatcher from the CU quarterback, they just got a lot of talent, and I think they can do the job.
Right here we see Jeff Patterson around left end, picking up 3 yards. Rich Strasser, a veteran quarterback, we watched him the last couple of years, San Jose quarterback. He just does a fine job, Dave.
Oh, he's great. Speak to Brent Cozzolino, who I worked with at the Imprinted Sportswear shop, and he said they'd go after Strasser, and he ducks under him and ducks around him, and he just does a real good job, just a real fine job for as small as he is.
There it hands off, and there's a big hole. Number 22, John Baker, 6'1", 190-pounder.
We got the Spirit.
And handoff again, Baker right side.
They just didn't know. They didn't open up for him over there, John. That offensive line is huge, but they just didn't seem to blow that San Jose. That's a smart San Jose defense out there, though. Johnny Walker, that Greer, that number 2. I was kind of wondering how they Colorado Springs people would accept the San Jose Bandits. We know they're a little rowdy and.
Second and 5 for Colorado Springs. Merritt rolls out to the right side. Passes off, incomplete. Very close, but no dice that time. Pass was intended for Steve Nicholas. Nicholas, of course, used to play for the Pueblo Crusaders, and now he is living in Colorado Springs and plays for the Springs Ball Club.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I was sorry to see the Crusaders lose him because I thought he was an asset to him, but he'll help the Colorado Springs team, give him some cohesiveness.
Third and 9 for the Spirit. Straight drop back by Merritt and a handoff. The draw play, very close to the first down. I'll tell you what, right there, Tony Merritt did a fine job of faking on the draw. He really suckered San Jose. The O-line kind of forced him away from the pocket.
I think San Jose must have had a blitz on or something because they had about 9 guys in the backfield, but unfortunately the ball carrier was at the 15-yard line.
Handoff. Either John Baker or Jeff Patterson. I'm not quite sure. It was Jeff Patterson. Gets to about the 1-yard line. So far, San Jose has been very optimistic at, as far as stopping Colorado Springs. Springs has had a few chances to score early in the ball game, and they haven't.
Well, I think what's going to play a lot of importance is the footing out there, Johnny. It doesn't look all that great, and the way it's been raining up here all day long and during the game before it started, it's going to be a little treacherous if it doesn't stop raining.
Handoff and bowling his way in for the first touchdown for Colorado Springs was number 5, Tommy Bonds. Bonds just basically did that on his own, Dave.
Yeah, that was that good second effort that you hear so much about. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, just kept those legs pumping, just kept rolling. He impressed me last week against Canyon against the Crusaders also.
Also, something new to this league, 2-point conversion. Here we're not seeing them set up for it, but after this PAT, we'll talk about that. High snap, and kick is up and good. There's a flag and roughing the kicker, I believe. Dave, as I was saying, 2-point conversion, something that the NFL does not have. How do you believe it'll go over in the minor league football system?
Well, I'll tell you, John, I think from the way I understand it, with the meetings and everything, what they want to do is the NFL's kind of looking at this, I think, as just a way of seeing what it's going to do to affect league standings, different things. If they can get the opportunity to go for 2 points, I think you're going to see it in the NFL. If it's successful here in the MLFS, and if this program goes like it's supposed to go, I think you're going to see the 2-point conversion in the NFL also. They need something to make the games not last 4 hours, playing that 15-minute extra period. There's just a lot of things. Coaching plays a lot, has a lot to do with it. Guys are going to have to make some decisions. Do we go for the tie, half a loaf, or do we go for the whole loaf, go for 2 and win it? I think it's a great, great aspect of the game.
You know, it's something that we've had the chance to see in college. Of course, I believe it was Pat Dye down at Auburn. The last couple of years, he's been in the situation to go for an extra point or go for a 2-point conversion. He has went for the extra point. It didn't go over very well, and, he got into a bowl game due to the tie, but it didn't go over well.
By the same token, on the other side of the coin, Johnson from Miami tried that 2-point conversion. I don't even remember who they were playing, and they didn't get it. So, but it was still a coaching decision, and I think that's what you need. I think that's what the game needs.
And that was against Notre Dame, and excellent return Daryl Duke, a wide receiver, doing a fine job. No, I know. Strasser sets up, and some movement, nothing called. Finally, there is a flag. Second and 17, tough situation for Strasser. And a handoff, and absolutely nothing there. Victor Simmons, he's had experience with the Dolphins and Cowboys, doing a nice job.
Anthony Stitt got caught up right as he got the ball. Nothing there.
Dave, I'll tell you what, just as you said earlier, some big ball players out there, and Simmons proves it, 6'2", 248.
Yeah, I don't know where Mike got these guys. They average, it seems to me, I think they average about 6'3", 240 or something. They got some big boys on that front line out there.
Maybe Simmons is a little bit undersized then, huh? And 3rd and 20, definite passing situation for Strasser, and they run the ball. Just the opposite of what I said there, Ryan.
They acted as a pass and ran a quick little draw to Stitt again. Still nothing there. Good defensive play by this Spirit team.
Wes Roberts back to punt for San Jose. Deep is Hatcher. Punt off to the right side of the field. Hatcher fields the ball cleanly. Nice job, kind of just hopping around. You know, Dave, you mentioned it earlier, what a superb athlete Mark Hatcher is.
Yeah, I just, he coming from a quarterback at CU, he had a tryout with the Raiders. The Raiders told him, he made it almost up to the final cut. They told him, if you're going to make it in the NFL, it's going to be as a defensive back. That's why he's in Colorado Springs. That's why he's playing with the Spirit. He's a defensive back, and that's what he's going to be in his NFL career.
1st and 10, 39-yard line for the Spirit. Handoff, first man through, Jeff Patterson. So far, Ryan, they've kind of showed the same thing the Spirit have on first play, just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think they're trying to develop a ground attack and then go out from there. If they can get their ground attack going, I'm sure they'll be able to elaborate and start throwing some passes, throwing some little different plays, and really get things going. They want to get their ground attack established first, though, I'm sure.
Handoff again, we see it. Patterson, no running room, maybe a loss of a yard. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 8.5. Dave, you said the rain, and we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, and right there it looked like Hatcher lost his footing.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Patterson.
Yeah, it's just a little treacherous out there right now. Of course, when it rains, the offensive team has the advantage because they know where they're going. The defense don't know where they're going. Should be work to the advantage of the offense. That time it didn't.
Brings up a 3rd and 8. Merritt, straight drop back. He's looking deep. And Mike Greer on the interception, and then he drops the ball. It looks like Springs wants an interference call, but Greer was turned facing the ball on that, Ryan.
Yeah, the pass was thrown a little bit short. If he would have led his receiver a little bit, there might have been a completion and maybe even a score.
You know, Dave, having a chance to watch his team, of course, we were in San Jose when Fuller Crusaders played him a year ago. We saw what an exciting team it is, a tough defensive team. They've given up a score. Last year against the Crusaders, would they give up maybe 20 points in the whole 2 games against them?
Yeah, that last game was 7-0, and we were standing there, and that was Creswell intercepted that pass, 93, 94 yards or whatever he went. That whole game was just dominated by defense, and it doesn't look like San Jose has lost much of anything on their defense at all. Their offense is struggling a little bit, kind of surprising, but defense still looks tough.
Of course, Dale Cresswell, the man you're referring to, Cresswell was first team, I don't know what, minor league football.
Mid-America Football League All-Star or something like that. I'm not sure what that was.
How are we looking at our power Saturday? Oh, we're not going to run out of tape. We have 2 hours.
Strasser rolling out to his right, looking for his tight end, and there's excellent coverage. Number 44, Otis Ragsdale, doing a nice job on the coverage.
Yes, a very nice job on the coverage. The quarterback seemed to have a little bit more time on that play, a little bit better protection of his offensive line, but the coverage is not let down. Good job by the defense of the Spirit.
Daryl Duke wide right, and Duke is a speedster, very dangerous. And pass out to the right side, out of the backfield. Stitt takes the ball. He's just hopping all over the place.
Yeah, he broke 2 tackles, got away from Hatcher, number 46 there. Deshaun Jenkins was there. He did a lot of good individual effort on that play.
At the end of the first quarter, we had the score of the Colorado Springs Spirit 7, the San Jose Bandits 3. Handoff, not much there. Excellent job. Number 90, James Smith, 6'6", 260 out of CU. Again, one of those big D linemen.
They got him at 251, 260, 242. You know, they're huge. We'll probably say that all night, and people are going to get tired of hearing it, but they are big.
Ryan, do you think the speed, maybe that some quick passes might get something going for San Jose?
Yeah, at first I thought it would, but the speed of the Spirit has impressed me tonight. I didn't think they were quite this quick.
Strasser, straight drop back, receiving pressure, having to roll out of the pocket. He's still up, and he's nailed. I'll tell you, he had no chance on that. Strasser just showing his athleticism right there, because many quarterbacks would have been dropped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, no question. That's what I said when Brent Coslina was at the defensive end for the Crusaders. He said the guy's just like a little bug. You go for him, and all of a sudden he disappears. He just squirts under people.
Ryan, as a former D lineman, do you find that to get in your head trying to go after quarterbacks and they're so elusive?
Yeah, sometimes if you do let it get to you, it matters what kind of person you are. If you let it get to you and you let it bother you, it'll hurt your game. If you let it get to you and it fires you up, it will help your game. It just depends on what kind of person you are, which most of these people are good people that will get fired up by that.
Strasser, a 3rd and 10 situation. And a quarterback sneak. I don't know if there was a bobble, but we do have a little bit of a scuffle out there.
That's that San Jose intimidation, John. They're just trying to intimidate the Spirit. This is a great character builder for the Colorado Springs Spirit, this San Jose team, just coming in here and just competing against them.
Well, you know, San Jose, as tough as they are right now, the Spirit are showing that they're not going to be timid, and they have not backed down as of yet.
That comes from good coaching. Mike Friedman's a great coach. We all know that. USC. And he's not going to change here in Colorado Springs for this Spirit. He just does a good job.
And decent field position start out for the Spirit. 10 for the Spirit. I'm curious to see if they open up a passing game here. Right away, handoff again up the middle, pickup of about 1.5 yards for Jeff Patterson. Second and 9. Merritt having to get out of the pocket, and he is sacked.
Taken down by, I didn't get a number on that. A good defensive end, 39. 39, that's Ken DeShano, defensive end, University of Pacific. A nice pursuit, way to take him down from behind. The quarterback didn't even see him.
The number 71, that Peter Baldacci, I guess his name, 6'3", 327 pounds. Just couldn't contain him. I think he got away with the hole personally, but maybe not. I don't know. It looked real close.
Third and 21, straight drop back by Merritt, has to roll out of the pocket again, and flag down, pass over the middle, and right there Merritt showed that he can unleash on the pass.
Oh, nice pass. I think we have a holding down in there, but he threw that ball well. He hung his receiver up to dry, unfortunately, but he threw that ball pretty well.
Maybe that holding call was because of Michael Jones, a linebacker coming from the far side. his quickness using it against the bigger offensive linemen, but he used it to get past them, and then the running back had to try and do something to stop him from getting his quarterback from behind.
Right there, just as Ryan said, Dave, you know, that may be one thing that does go against the big old linemen, the gigantic linemen, is that they just don't have the quickness.
Oh yeah, you get some of these guys, especially you get a linebacker shooting a gap or something coming in there. They aren't going to be able to stop them. They got too much speed. They got a lot of bulk, but they're going to have to just going to have to toughen up.
Third and a mile for Springs. Straight drop back by Merritt. Now he rolls out to the right. Looks for a man on the sidelines, and it is complete. Well, out of bounds, incomplete. Pass was complete out to Allen Blades, but what the complaint is for Springs is that he was pushed out in the air, which would make it complete.
Yeah, if you get pushed out, if you have if the official thinks you had an opportunity to get both feet in bounds before you were pushed out, should be a completion. We had a lot of people standing in front of us, really couldn't see it, but it looked to me like he got pushed out. It looked to me like he caught that ball.
Mike McCartney into punt, number 49. McCartney, I believe he gets his punt blocked. And San Jose will have a chance. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Johnny.
Strasser, quick pass over the middle to his tight end. I'll tell you what, right there, number 89. I'm not quite sure on the name. We're checking that up, but he was just a bull on that play. Casey Clark, I'm surprised that we forgot that name, Dave.
Yeah, I'm surprised we are too. He got it to the Crusaders once or twice last year.
Strasser rolling out to his right. He's looking around and he's running the ball. Finally knocked out of bounds, but the people that made the play right there, Ryan, were the DBs.
Oh yeah, he checked. He has once a quarterback gets out of the pocket, he has checkoff points. Checked 2 or 3 receivers, and he saw nothing, so he decided to take the ball and run. There was nothing he could do on that play.
Strasser appears to be audible at the line of scrimmage. He just does get rid of the ball. It looked like he bobbled the ball. Stitt was the man with the ball.
I don't know who that was. I'm trying to catch a number at number 99. He shot right through there like that tackle guard wasn't even there. Made a nice stop.
Of course, that's Joe Bragg, middle linebacker, 6'1", 225, and that's a pretty big boy for a middle linebacker. 3rd and 4. Duke in motion right. Strasser straight drop back. Gets rid of the ball. It's going to be short. Fine defensive play.
Oh yeah, a lot of pressure from the outside that they didn't plan for. They had the inside sealed, probably swung out a back or two, had no blocking backs, and that way they got a lot of pressure from the outside.
Sergio Oliveira's in. It's a high snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Nordhausen did a fine job of getting the snap down.
Oh yeah, some heads-up ball. It's surprising in the hands on some of these the holders. They got to be good because you never know when you get a high snap, especially when the grass is wet, ball's a little bit slick. But that was a good job by number 4.
Going remaining in the second period. Score is Colorado Springs Spirit 7, San Jose Bandits. Skurlock is the man and gets out to the 40-yard line. Handoff, Baker, and Baker was met by the D-line.
Oh yeah, some strong defensive line play today. I don't know. There's been the offense has had a hard time getting anything going, especially on the ground attack.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference how big you are if you don't get off the ball, and they're not blowing San Jose off the ball right now. That offensive line, doesn't matter how big you are. If you don't get off the ball, they're going to get in and make the tackle, especially this San Jose defense.
2nd and 11, loss of 1 for Baker and the Spirit. Merritt sets up, Baker and Patterson in the backfield. Baker left side, off tackle, and he picks up about 6 on the play.
Nice, just a real nice run to go open the hole for him over there. That's what I mean by shooting off the ball. You shoot off the ball like that, you open the holes. Defensive line, sorry, Ryan doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, that may be true. If you notice on that play, the center did a good job with the nose guard. Just got him turned and had the hole open right between him and the guard. Pass was kind of short on that. Dropped the ball a little bit low, but it could have been caught. He was in fairly open field. Just a misconnection between quarterback and receiver.
You get the plate off.
Punt is off by McCartney. Much better turnaround than last time. Daryl Duke fighting for the ball. Aldrich ends up with it, and fine specialty teams play by the Spirit.
Great open field tackle down there. He breaks that. He goes for another 5 or 10 yards at least. That was a nice play.
Was a very nice play by the Spirit. Good kick. Nice coverage. Can't ask for any better than that. You keep them inside their 20. That's all you want on the special teams.
First and 10 from the 17-yard line. Pitch out right side, Davis. Davis picks up about 8. Dave, the man that I haven't had a chance to see tonight, I don't even know if he's made the trip, is Harmon. Harmon, of course, has a couple brothers that play in the National Football League, and he's been a standout the last couple of years with San Jose.
Yeah, I was looking for him too. The San Jose camp must have been pretty competitive. We got a lot of reports at the Crusader office that the San Jose camp was real competitive, and they even said that Johnny Walker was fighting for a job. We thought that was a little bit of psych, but I'm surprised to see Harmon. I don't see him on the sidelines, don't see him in the backfield.
Kind of a misdirection play for Davis, and Davis is going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, he's going to be really close. It'd be interesting to see if he made it.
Well, just inches, Dave, for the first down needed for San Jose.
I look for a quarterback sneak. He's a squirt. Well, he'll go through. I think he can do it.
Well, they do just the opposite, and it's going to be close. San Jose, a couple of San Jose linemen seem very upset on that. Ryan, nice surge by the D-line.
Yeah, very good job by the right side. They were able to shed the blocks and make the tackle. There was one of the D linemen was on the quarterback, and the other one was on the guy getting the ball.
Well, Dave, you said you looked for the quarterback sneak. That would not have been a bad idea, as Strasser is very wiggly, I guess the word would be, because that run was not effective at all.
No, it was just a quick opener. It didn't work. It just didn't open. As Ryan said, they just shed the blocks and broke down. I think quarterback sneak probably should have been a call.
Punt is off. We have a flag down on the right side of the field. Mike Greer will let the ball roll out of bounds for San Jose.
I don't know what that call is, Johnny. At arms folded, I always thought that was delay a game. He called it on the Colorado Springs Spirit, but that's a better call. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Colorado Springs Spirit.
Of course, Springs coaches don't appreciate that call.
Yeah, I believe there was a little extra action going on between the split out on the offense and the guy supposed to keep him outside on the defense.
Strasser pitch right. And still up. I'm not able to get a number on that. Davis was the man and got some excellent blocking.
Yeah, he did. I completely lost him over there. I thought they had him in a little group there, and all of a sudden he squirted out and got about another 4 yards before they finally brought him down.
Just an example of a well-executed play. Good blocking, a nice effort by the running back. I think there's a little bit of wind in the Bandits' sails now. They got a break for their really first big break of the game. So with 7 minutes left in the half, I'm sure they want to get a score in before the half is over.
Very true. 2 field goals is all they've been able to come up with. And we get Daryl Gooden, number 64, just kind of jumping around a little early, Dave.
I can never figure. I guess he wasn't in the huddle. I don't know. I can never figure out why a guy would do that. I mean, he knows what the snap count is. I just guess they just get a little excited, but it always makes you laugh when you see a guy move that quickly before everybody, and just must not have been on the same page with the rest of the team.
And also as a former O-lineman, it kind of makes you feel sorry for him. Second and 7. Strasser, swing pass over to the left. It is complete. Number 15, Skurlark, doing a nice job on man-to-man.
Oh, yeah, nice job of coming up. He played off a little bit, saw the swing pass get thrown, and he came up and made a tackle. Just 2 or 3 yards on the play. That wasn't bad.
Strasser straight back. Pass over and nearly intercepted, number 5. Oh, excuse me, intercepted. Skurlark right out of the hands of Hinton into Skurlark's hands.
Yeah, I was like you. He was on the ground. Ball went through another defender's hands. Skurlark come up with the ball, made a fine return. I'll tell you what, Johnny, the Spirit defense is really impressing me this evening. This is a tough San Jose team, and they're doing a good job.
Will Hinton read the play well. Strasser just underthrowing the intended receiver.
Oh, yeah, nice job by Will Hinton. He was upset because he thought he should have had the interception. Nice tip ball, but Skurlark came up with a nice reception and a nice return, giving the Spirit good field position about on the 23.
You know, I've seen many pre-games, Dave, and that's maybe the first time I've ever seen that tip drill come into effect.
They've been working on that. You can tell. They did something.
Pass off and complete. We don't have a number on this quarterback, number 8. I don't have any idea if you know who he is or not, Dave.
He does. I don't know who that was. Pass was complete to Alan Blades, number 80, but there's no number on that guy, that number 8. But that was a nice catch over there.
Perfect.
Spot arrest us all.
Larry Williams, okay, go ahead.
Larry Williams is the man at the helm. Handoff right side Patterson, not much there. I kind of thought it was Steve Young wearing that number 8, he or Troy Aikman.
Yeah, I do too. That handoff, by the way, was to Bonds. He's in the lineup now, number 5. Not much on the play.
Williams at the helm. Handoff again to Bonds. Bulls his way through for the TD. Very excited Spirit crowd.
Key block thrown right there by, looked like number 29, and we don't have a name on him either, but he threw a nice interior block there at the line there, break Bonds loose.
Yeah, also number 77, Don Carter on the right side tackle did a really nice job of opening up the hole. A little bit of good effort on the way at Bonds, though, too.
Segrist in, try the PAT. Snap is there, hold is down by Van Tassel. Kick is up and good. With 4:16 remaining, in the first half. The score is Colorado Springs Spirit 14, San Jose Bandits 6. Segura set to kick off. Deep kick. Aldridge taking the ball. He's across the 20. He has some room. He's jumping around. He kind of looked like the ice cube.
Yeah, he's hurdling people out there, jumping over. I don't know how smart that is, but as long as you can get away with it, I guess it's all right.
Do you think that they're going to try and open it up now? San Jose, I'm speaking of 4 minutes left in the first half. They're down 14-6. Do you think they're shocked about this? Or do you think they're going to stay calm and maybe just run the ball, maybe try and get another 3 on the board?
Well, I'll tell you what, I know they're shocked right now. They didn't expect this Spirit team to be quite this intense out here. They're playing real good football. Of course, you got the 2-point conversion. It could be anything could happen. We get 8 points right here. We're all tied up before the half.
Strasser hands off to Davis, and Davis doing everything he can to stay up. Finally taken down there by number 55, Will Hinton, and Hinton's kind of making up on the defensive end for the interception that he felt that he should have had. He's probably a little upset that a defensive back had the interception and not a linebacker.
But he had a good job on that play. Nice pursuit. Looked like a good pursuit by the whole defensive line and linebacker core.
Loss of 7 on that last play. 2nd and 17. Strasser straight back. Looking over the middle. Dumps the ball off to Davis, and Davis doesn't make the play. Right in his hands. Number 46, Bobby Wilson, made a big play earlier in the ball game. Hitting him a little bit and saying, hey, I didn't mean to hit you.
Now, he had good protection afforded him out there. Had a lot of time. Just was an excuse me pass, I guess, or excuse me catch. I think he heard footprints.
3rd and 17. Strasser dumps it off again to Davis. Same play as the last one. This time Davis does a nice job, but it's going to be about 8 yards short of the first down. Robertson into punt. Taken by an up man. Fair catch called for at the 39-yard line. Williams nowhere to go.
Looks like there's a bit of confusion on the offensive line, maybe whether to know who to pick up or not. Those defensive linemen and linebackers run some stunts on you. It's hard to know which hole you get. You get tied up with somebody, it's kind of hard to get off. Sometimes you just miss an assignment.
Second and 22 after the loss of 12. Williams, kind of a delayed draw.
Quick draw executed fairly well. They pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Third and 15. Williams drops back, looking to the right side, goes long and nobody's there.
Stelton Martin was the only one there, the defensive back for the Bandits. Could have been a messed up pattern by one of the receivers, or the quarterback just didn't know one of the patterns.
Yeah, I think down there you can see Mike Friedman giving Alan Blades, number 80, a piece of his mind. Now the quarterback's coming over, giving him a piece of his mind. I would say that number 80 blew an assignment.
Carney in. Minute 52 remaining in the first half with the score 14-6. John Pecoraro along with Ryan Brown and Dave Miller from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And the ball muffed, taken around by Darrell Duke. Flag down, may have been a face mask or a clip, I'm not quite sure. Maybe a clip with an injured Spirit man down.
I don't know what it did. It looked like a clip. The second man to get to him looked like he got clipped, but as you say, it could be a face mask too.
Penalty was against San Jose. Strasser has a long way to go to move San Jose into the end zone. Powerful run. Gooden, I believe it was, yeah, Eddie Goodlow, 5'10", 250-pounder out of Oklahoma State. Bullying his way through, but the clock is ticking down with under a minute 15 remaining in the first half. And fumble, and we're going to see who comes up with the ball. It's pretty much showing right now, Dave, that San Jose is really just going to settle to be down by 8 points at halftime.
That's the way it looks, Johnny. I'm surprised. I would have thought they would air the ball out a little bit. Strasser hasn't had a whole lot of luck on the pass tonight, but I would have thought they'd air it out a little bit.
Kind of surprises me that they haven't, because here we are, third down on the 13-yard line with a minute left. The Spirit might try and get another score on the board before the half's over. They've had a couple problems with their punter, 3 shank kicks tonight by the Bandits. We'll see what they do.
You know, just as you said, Ryan, if anybody's going to be calling timeout right now, it may be the Spirit, just for the reason that they're going to get the ball, you know, maybe at midfield and try and get another score. And as we did see earlier, you know, Segris missed his first field goal attempt, but it was a 51-yarder that hit the goalpost, and he does have a leg. 3rd and 7 for San Jose, minute left in the first half. Strasser does air it out as Daryl Duke on the right side.
He had a perfect opportunity, should have got out of bounds, stopped that clock, down to 49 seconds and counting. They got a timeout out there.
1st and 10 for San Jose, 26-yard line. 43 seconds remaining, first half. Strasser looking to air it out. He wants to go to the sideline, of course, to keep the clock stopped. Has to roll out, gets rid of the ball, nearly intercepted.
Hatcher made a nice play on that, just stepped right in front of the receiver. Of course, he had a lot of time. The receiver was coming back to the ball, which he should. As a receiver, you should come back and try to help your quarterback when you see him in trouble. But Hatcher saw he was in trouble, too, stepped in, almost got the interception.
Second 10, 33 seconds. Strasser hands the ball off up the middle.
I don't understand that. Either you're going to pass the ball or you're going to run the ball and run it out and settle for the 8-point deficit. I don't understand what they're doing.
I think that Strasser might have scared the coach a little bit on the last play. Scrambling around, he tossed the ball off in a dangerous place. I don't know, he's back to pass now.
Completes his ball and getting out of bounds, number 84, Nat Hamilton.
Deshaun Jenkins there on the coverage. Hamilton, we've seen him play before too, John. He's a kind of a mosquito out there too. He gets the ball, made a nice couple of moves. One more move, he might have been down the sidelines.
What are you going to do? Unless they were expecting to catch him off guard.
This most likely will be the last play of the first half. Strasser straight back. Airing it deep and intercepted.
Picked up by Mark Hatcher, I think, out there. He's been around the ball all night long. You keep throwing it in his area. Getting ready to begin the second half. This is Dave Miller along with Ryan Brown and John Pecoraro. Colorado Springs Spirit leads at halftime 14-6. It's been a great ball game so far. I think the second half is going to be just as intense.
I don't know. There was a penalty in the sunshine. I don't know why.
Aldridge and Duke back to receive the kick. Tell you what, guys. turning out to be a nice night here in Colorado Springs.
Oh yeah, beautiful night to play ball. Nice and cool. Players have got to be loving it. A little bit of breeze to keep you cool. I'm sure their energy's up. It should be an intense half of football.
Segris set to kick off. Kick is into the end zone. Aldridge just watches it go out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for San Jose. Pass over right side, complete to Duke.
She's black.
Handoff up the middle. A lot of running room. Taken by number 28, Anthony Stitt. And Stitt's carried the ball quite a few times today, Ryan.
Oh yeah, between him and Davis, they've had quite a few runs. Not too much success, but a lot of effort on their part.
1st and 25, Strasser, straight back. Center screen set up. It's complete. Casey Clark across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. Second and 19. Strasser straight back. Pass over the middle, complete. Davis wide open up the middle.
Wide open. He seems to have a problem keeping his feet. That's about the 3rd time I've seen him do that. He must have heard footprints again.
Great receivers have heard footprints and dropped the ball.
I don't know. Hearing footprints, they must have pretty good ears if they can hear those footprints.
And you know what else a lot of receivers like to do is read footprints before they hear them, Dave. Second and long. Strasser around the right side. Pass complete. And pick up with a 1st down. Nice pass over the middle to Duke.
Yeah, he's a mosquito. He gets out there, breaks loose, gets free, he gets the ball. Good little player.
First and 10 from Bandits, 43-yard line. Strasser rolling right. Pass off complete once again to Davis. Ryan, it seems right now that they have established a passing game.
Oh yeah, they've come out in the second half with a completely different approach. They're trying the short passes, and they seem to be working. They've had a couple good ones outside and a couple good ones over the middle. We'll have to see what the Spirit can do to defend that.
Second and 7, Strasser rolls right. Pass in the flats, incomplete. Bring up a 3rd down. There is a flag down in the backfield, maybe a holding.
Could be. That looks like that's about the place where they throw it. Deshaun Jenkins did a good job over there on defense, breaking that pass up. Strasser fakes a handoff, rolls right. Pass off, complete to Casey Clark. Strasser right there just looked like he hopped off one lane, got rid of the ball. Yeah, he's real aggressive and he's real hard to bring down. It looks like they did, I don't know, they must have looked at some films or something. They've made an adjustment in this second half. They found a weakness in the Spirit defense. Looks like that right side over there.
Yeah, it looks like the DBs might have to tighten up a little bit on the receivers and see if they can get a little bit closer coverage on them, because those short passes, it's easy to get them off if they're playing off you. All you have to do is take 5 yards out and make a cut, and the ball's to you, and it's hard to defend that if you're playing a long ways off of them.
Second and very short. Maybe a passing situation. Strasser back. Out of the pocket. Scrambling around again, just steps out of bounds. Maybe the wise thing to do in that situation. And he was ran out by number 64, Doug Miner. Pitch out right side. Davis, plenty of running room, gets the first down and much more.
Yeah, he kept his feet on that one. He can keep his feet when he's running. It's those passes he has a problem with.
Nice job that time by the tight end, and nice block, be able to hook his man in. Nice quick pitch, be able to make a good gain on that play.
First and 10, Strasser drops back, rolls right, keeps his head up. Pass is complete. There's a flag down, but somehow Strasser got the ball out to number 35, Nate Jones, 6'2", 205 out of Utah State. You know, Dave, you mentioned it earlier. You know, if the two-point conversion was not in effect right now, they're basically down 2 scores, not necessarily 2 field goals, but rather a touchdown and a field goal or 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're definitely down 2 scores if they don't have that 2-point conversion. It's going to be a great opportunity for Bob Martin if they can get down there and score. Let's just see what he can do. See if he takes advantage of that 2-point conversion play or just goes for one and comes back. They've got a good, strong team. They seem to have found the answers out there.
Strasser straight back after a long penalty against him. Has to roll left, and he has some running room. Across the 40.
Defense brought a couple of linebackers on that play, which created some pressure, but the quarterback, Strasser, was able to scramble out of it and pick up some good yards.
That more, but I know what you're saying. Strasser rolling right. Deep pass, Daryl Duke wide open. Duke just turned the wrong way.
Turned the wrong way, or Strasser threw it over the wrong shoulder, one of the two, but he definitely got turned around out there. He was wide open.
3rd and 15. Strasser has to roll out. Gets a pass off. And nice coverage as number 4, Deshaun Jenkins, came back.
There's a flag on the play. It looks like roughing the passer against the Spirit.
First and 10. Pitch out right side, Davis. Receiving some nice blocking and gets across the 15-yard line. Second and 2, pitch out right side, Davis again. And going against the grain, I'll tell you what, Davis down to the 4-yard line. Did that all on his own.
Did that all on his own. Got a little rude awakening down here from Skurlark, but he did that all on his own, picked up some valuable yardage there. They're going to look like they're going to score here.
First and goal from the 4 for San Jose. Davis kind of trying to do a Walter Payton.
Yeah, but I think he tried to take off from the 5-yard line. I don't think he can fly that far.
You know, unless it's Michael Jordan, I don't know if you can get away with that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, a little bit tough to jump that when you're met by Michael Hinton. Not too, it's easy to do if there's no one there to hit you, but good job by the defense that time.
Pitch out right side, Davis tripped up. It appeared to be by Anthony Stitt, his own man. Got tangled up. Third and 4, they're making their way backwards. Roll out to the right. Strasser gets the ball off. Incomplete. Nice job by the defense, Ryan.
Oh yeah, the Bandits tried to do what they did to get down the field, throwing those short little passes outside, but when you don't have that much room to pull the rest of the DBs back, it's hard to get an opening in there.
Oliveira's in to try the field goal. Kick is up and plenty of leg. With 6:31 remaining in the third, the score is 14-9 in favor of the Colorado Springs Spirit. Oliveras gets the kickoff. Scarrett taking the ball. 20, 25, 30. Looking for some blocking. Martin misses him. He's open. Excuse me, it's Sherlock. And an excellent run. Nice job right there getting open. Skurlock just doing a fine job.
Yeah, it was a great job. It was all into, he just broke it to the outside, turned down the speed. Somebody didn't fill the lane.
Tony Merritt hands the ball middle. Baker picks up about 4 on the play. 2nd and 5. Handoff. Jeff Patterson very close to the first down. The Spirit did pick up the first down. Tony Merritt hands off. Jeff Patterson. Patterson with some running room. Second 3. Baker right side. Picking up the first down.
Yeah, he didn't get much room out there. He got the first down, but Johnny Walker and group kind of pushed him out over there.
It's 2,432. Not a bad turnout. Handoff up the middle. Not much there. Not a bad turnout, Dave, considering that there was a great downpour before the game.
Oh, yeah, I think that hurt him up here. The rain really did keep people away. But 20-some hundred, that's not a bad crowd for their first game.
The press box.
Merritt rolls left, pass off, complete. Executed very well. Steve Nicholas, the former Public Crusader we mentioned earlier, comes up with a nice catch.
Oh, yeah, nice catch across the middle.
Thank you. This guy's a good guy.
Up the middle, seemed as though they were a bit confused there, Ryan.
Bit confused. There's a flag on the play. Could have been an offside on the offense. I don't know. They didn't quite have their connections made there.
Merritt, quick pass off, complete, and a touchdown. Steve Nicholas. I'll tell you what, the crew, they're gonna have to be a little bit jealous.
Yeah, they are. If they see Danny sees these films that Steve ran 2 real good patterns, one across the middle and one he got open there in the end zone. I'm really happy for him. Steve and I are friends, and he did a real good job on that one.
Extra point is up and good. With 2:30 remaining in the third, score is 21-9 in favor of the Colorado Springs Spirit. Segris ready to kick off. Kick is deep. Takes Darrell Duke way back in the end zone. He decides to return it. And he's going along the sidelines. Nice little run right there.
Oh, yeah, nice run by Darrell Duke. Kind of a question whether he should have took it out the end zone, but he made a nice play of it.
Handoff up the middle, great line surge.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of surprising to see him go back to the running attack after those short passes worked out so well for him. Once again showing that the Spirit defensive line is doing their job. No gain hardly.
And there's a holding against the Bandits. That'll even mark them back. 1st and 20 after the penalty, marching them backwards. Roll out to the right, eluding pressure, passes off, and incomplete, intended for number 28, Stitt. 2nd and 20 after the incompletion. Strasser, quick little flare out. Complete to Stitt, and he does a fine job of getting some running room out of there. 3rd and 14, Strasser audibling. Looks over the middle. Oh, to the right side, excuse me. Pass intended for number 1, Daryl Duke, incomplete. Roberts just does get the punt off. Mike Greer down there to cover, and he downs the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 from just over midfield. Well, the ball's loose. 1st and 10 from about the 45-yard line for the Spirit. Tell you what, the fans were confused, and so were we up in the press box. The Bandits have the ball, Ryan.
Yeah, I guess one of the Spirit players must have touched the ball on the kick. I must not have seen it. It hit somebody's foot, apparently. That's our report.
Pitch left. Davis stopped by number 99 for the Spirit, Joe.
I know.
Daryl Duke motion to the left. Pitch out right side. Stitt. Oh my gosh, and a very tough hit right there. Coming up charging hard was Willie Tyler, 6'3", 225-pounder, and that got some woos out of this crowd.
Sure did. Florida A&M graduate college. He popped him.
Effort by Stitt, though. He jumped up right after the hit, and good ball players will always do that.
Second 9, straight drop back. Strasser looking over the middle, intercepted.
He's still intercepted. 44.
Otis Ragsdale coming up with the ball. The ball was first tipped by Jenkins. Twice tonight we've seen the ball tipped. Twice tonight we've seen interceptions.
They've been working on that tip drill at practice. That's apparent. Hatcher was on top of the receiver's head. I'm not certain exactly what happened out there.
Oh yeah, it seemed there might have been some confusions in front of the receivers. They were splitting each other's zones, and the patterns didn't look that crisp, and there were a lot of white shirts back there, so I wasn't surprised it got picked off.
1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Jeff Patterson, and right now that's what we have to look for, as Martin came up and hit Van Tassel a little bit late, but right now you might think with a 21-9 lead that they're going to maybe run the ball, trying to run the clock down a little bit.
Yeah, they've got to control the clock. They've got the San Jose Bandits right where they want them. The clock's in their favor. I think they're just going to run it down their throats.
You know, Ryan, on the same token, a lot of times you try and do that, and then you're not in your offense, and you're not very effective.
Oh yeah, it's a matter of coaching. You got to know what to plan and what to do on certain plays.
Looking deep as we say it, and it wide open, and still up. Excellent play right there. Number 80, Alan Blades. We were just saying that, and you just made the comment it's a matter of coaching, and right there, Mike Friedman made a super coaching decision.
Oh yeah, they tricked the Bandits. A lot of coaches, the Bandits, I'm sure, are figuring that Friedman wanted a long drive, use up some clock, get a good drive going, and get a stronger lead. And he surprised him with a long pass. Beautiful call on that play by Friedman.
Yeah, don't you hate it when they make a liar out of you?
Well, Coach, nice decision, Coach. 1st and 10, under 13 minutes remaining in the ball game. Handoff, Patterson, left side, picking up about 3. Left side, Baker. He has a hole. There's a flag down. Merritt all over the place, eluding pressure, looks over the middle, and almost caught.
Almost caught by Eric Van Tassel on another tip play.
Out to his left, gets away from pressure, and gets rid of the ball, throwing it across his body, Ryan. That's maybe the toughest pass to throw.
Oh, yeah, tough pass to throw. He did a nice job of eluding pressure. Maybe a little bit risky on that pass. It was a good effort, though, trying to get it to Eric Van Tassel.
The field goal, it'll be a 35-yarder. Van Tassel in to hold. Hold is down, kick is up, and blocked. Ball is loose. Be San Jose ball. First and 10. Roll out to the right. Pass off and incomplete, intended for Davis. Pass off and incomplete. Clark dropped it right in his hands.
You're not going to see that very often. He's got good, sure hands. I guess he was looking downfield, seeing where he was going to go before he caught the ball.
You know, even the best receivers do that. For all you young kids listening in, catch the ball, watch it into your hands, and then turn upfield. Right, Ryan?
That's right. I don't know. There's another possibility that Casey might have heard of those footprints again.
Has those footprints. I keep telling you, they hear them footprints out there.
Third and 10. Definite pass situation. 4 defensive backs in. Strasser nowhere to go. Excellent job by the D-line. Again, they've done it throughout the night.
Yeah, Hinton and number 64, Doug Miner, they've been close to getting him all night. He's been able to squirt away. That time he just had no place to go.
Be kind of interesting to see here. They're deep in their own territory. They're going to hopefully get a good punt off this time.
You know, with under 12 minutes to go in the game, right now they're going to, maybe not this possession obviously, but their next possession, they may almost be in 4-down situations.
Yeah, they're going to have to start something here pretty soon. Time's wasting away for them. They're down by, 12 points now.
First and 10, good field position for the Spirit. Merritt hands the ball off.
Tommy Bond.
Taken by Bonds. Bonds hasn't been used that much tonight, but when he was and has been used, he's been pretty effective.
Yeah, he has. He's a good, strong runner. I guess Patterson and Baker have beat him out for that starting job over there.
I have to agree with Dave. He's in the chances he's had tonight, he showed some good, strong runnings. When the coaches watch the film, he may get a little more playing time next week.
He'll be second in long 7. Handoff up the middle, and tough hit right up the middle. Bonds was hit right at the line of scrimmage and bulked his way for 2 yards. And a pass attempt, Merritt rolling out to his right. And I don't know what they're going to call that. I believe he was in the grasp.
Yeah, Joe Bragg, number 99, had him. He threw the ball backwards for some reason. I don't know what he was doing.
McCartney back to punt. For the Spirit, gets the punt off, but it's a low punt. Tough to handle. And it looks like Aldridge is just going nuts running around.
Yeah, he's another one. He scoots just along the ground. Low punt, though. You get a good run back with a low punt.
First and 10, 9:31 remaining in the ball game. Strasser rolls right, and pressure right away by number 60, Simmons. Simmons has experience, Dave. He's been in the Dolphins camp. He's been in the Cowboys camp, and right there he's showing it.
Sure, 6'2", 248. We've called his number quite a bit tonight. He's in there. He just came unmolested. Nobody there to pick him up. Tight end was nowhere to be seen.
Coach Freeman won't be happy with an offsides penalty against the Spirit. And this point of the game, penalties are something that the Spirit do not want to see. Strasser again, straight back, rolls right as he's receiving pressure from the backside. Stays up and decides to get out of bounds. And again, the defensive backs did a fine job, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, they're doing an excellent job. The coverage, the quarterback had it once again, checked all three of his, checked him off, all three receivers, and he saw nothing, so he just took the ball out of bounds.
Strasser receiving pressure, gets the ball off and complete to Davis.
Nice job by Davis to stay in bounds at that time.
Strasser looking over the middle. Oh, pretty nice pass right there. Just maybe led his receiver a little bit too much. Jenkins was the man almost intercepting the ball.
Yeah, Sheldon Hudson was the intended receiver, 5'11", 170 out of San Francisco City College.
Draw play. It looks like a fumble, and the Spirit have the ball.
That's hit, and he's going to go. It looks like a touchdown, Spirit.
That may have been the icing on the cake right there.
That very well could be. 8:32 left in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, I'm sorry. Spirit's up, could possibly go up 28-9. They really are impressing me tonight. A lot of offense against a real strong San Jose defense.
Oh yeah, it's really got to be tough on San Jose. The hometown crowd and the team is fired up. Their first real game of the season, their first game in the league. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, in the production area.
Kick is up and good. With 8:32 remaining in the ball game, Colorado Springs 28 and San Jose 9. Kick taken by Aldridge at the 10, across 15 to the 20, 25, and he is hit very hard. It's a fired up Spirit team. Handoff left side. Nice run right there. It's just at this point in the game, I don't know if Eddie Goodlow's gonna run one back 80 yards or not.
I don't either. I think they got to get the ball up in the air. They quit attacking this right side for some reason. I don't know what they were doing. They were having very good success against it. Started the third quarter. They just quit doing it.
Back. Looks over the middle. Pass is complete. Clock will also run.
Just eat egg whites, just eat whole eggs.
Strasser receiving pressure, gets the ball out. Complete to Goodlow, and I believe we're going to have a late hit. It appeared that number 60, Simmons, had a late hit.
Gonna go down.
6:40 remaining. Strasser rolling every which way. Gets the pass off, and is it nearly intercepted in and out of the hands of number 23, Dane Jackson, 6 foot 180 pounder. Strasser drops back. To pass off, incomplete. Tempers are flaring right now, and it's just the point of the game right now. San Jose realizes that they don't have much of a chance of winning, and tempers will flare.
Oh, yeah, I think there's a lot of frustration out there right now. They just can't seem to get their offense untracked, and they're just taking it out on the wrong people.
Third and very long. Strasser knows he's got to hang it up, and he is going to get sacked. Coming in there, number 84 for the Spirit, Jim Gibbons, 6'5", 247.
Yeah, they're at San Jose's just at a distinct disadvantage right now. The Spirit knows, the crowd knows, we know they got to pass the ball if they're going to get back into this game. Spirit's just sending everything they got after them.
Yeah, it is a bad position.
Strasser gets pass off left side, and really for no avail, because on 3rd and 39, Ryan, little swing pass isn't really going to be effective.
Well, they tried to set up a screen with about 3 or 4 linemen out in front, and they were out in front of him, but let too many people sneak in behind. They just lost their peripheral vision and missed their blocks. And you can't do anything if you don't have any blocking out there.
Fourth down, and really no choice but to go for it. Strasser just goes deep, and nothing there. Intended for Darrell Duke. .457 remaining in the ball game. Handoff right side. John Baker. We do have a new quarterback in for the Spirit. It's Kevin Sherman, a 5'11", 195-pounder. He played collegiately at Fort Lewis College. Handoff again. Little miscommunication there. Brand new quarterback coming in the ball game.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen. Different snap count, different cadence. Just a different way of moving with the ball. You might mention right now that this San Jose team is going to have to regroup. They're at home next week against the Hayward at California Outlaws, who are their next door neighbors. The Colorado Springs Spirit's going to entertain the Seattle Express next week here at Gary Berry Stadium. That should be a fine game, and the San Jose Hayward game should be a fine game also.
3rd and 6, 3:45 remaining in the ball game. Straight drop back, passes off, and incomplete. And I'm sure people are wondering what the heck they're passing for, but you know, you get a guy that hasn't played, a quarterback, he doesn't want to come in and sit on the ball with 3 minutes to go. You know, he doesn't work out, he doesn't go to practice, and just want to play at the end of the game and not be effective and not move the team.
Oh, right. I don't think Freeman's got a problem with that. He's going to let him air the ball out as long as he's going to throw a smart pass, which that was. It just wasn't complete.
McCarthy back to punt. Nearly blocked, and finally downed. Nordhausen in a quarterback pitch right side. And downfield, we have a couple linemen really going at it. 2nd and 10. Nordhausen looking deep. Picked off. Number 22. Or excuse me, number 23. Dane Jackson called his name earlier.
Dane Jackson, 6 foot, 180 out of Olympic College, just stepped in front of the pass. Like I said before, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to throw the ball. They just got great coverage on him.
Oh yeah, just like it's been all night, the DBs are doing a terrific job just being where they have to be when the ball is thrown.
Handoff, first man through. Pickup of a couple. Jeff Patterson picking up a couple, but obviously just trying to run the clock down. Two-minute warning. 28-9 in favor of Colorado Springs.
White Royal Hooves.
Second and 9. Quarterback keeper looking into the end zone, and nearly a touchdown, caught out of bounds.
And they're laughing. Which is fighting.
3rd and 9. Handoff up the middle. And to the left side. Baker with a nice touchdown run.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
Oh yeah, nice run. Just a quick little draw. Baker did the rest. He made them a couple moves to the outside and had a nice score. The Spirit has to be happy with the performance tonight. A big improvement over last week in there. They had a scrimmage game with the Pueblo Crusaders and a lot of improvement. Friedman's got to be encouraged, but to keep this team on the right track. San Jose's got to go back, do some refinement, get their offense back together, and try and get a win next week. Strike race to kick.
With a minute 41 remaining in the ball game, scores Colorado Springs Spirit 34, San Jose Bandits 9.
Looking right at you, Jeff. They were looking for you. Nothing, where are they? This chick was staring right at me, looking for you, seriously. She said she was looking straight up.
We're gonna throw a pump on her.
Taking the ball about the 7-yard line. Across the 15 to the 20, 25, and out to the 30-yard line. Minute 36 remaining in the ball game. 35-9 is the score. Very long count. Roll out right. Pass is incomplete. Tell you what, number 4 for the Spirit, Deshaun Jenkins, came up like a truck.
If you like this evening's game, wait on next week. Yeah, right here.
We're gonna have an offsides. Simmons just kind of jumped over, Dave.
Yeah, he was a little anxious on that one. He wanted him bad.
Go.
Second and 5. Pass over to the sidelines. And complete.
1 minute, 20 seconds remaining.
We want a shutout.
Take care. Okay, Dave. Keep that camera in the window. See Tom.
No gain on that play, just a quick handoff. I don't know what the Bandits don't have much left to do except for just try and get a few good plays in and iron out some problems.
You got a wedding ring on? That's the R window, you son of a He's pulling on that.
I wonder where my shoulder was, man.
Let's yell at. Open that window and yell at her. No, I can't yell at her.
Bring up 3rd and 11. Minute 4 remaining in the ball game. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Kick is off. And Scarrett just hopping around.
They're just having a good time. I'm sure they're enjoying themselves. May not make the Bandits too happy, but I guess that's life.
My commentator's gonna sell this too. I may be doing more.
And the Spirit do the wise thing, just sit on the ball.
He's not a commissioned salesman.
Yeah.
And again, they just sit on it.
Oh yeah, not much left to do. 20 seconds left. I think the clock is stopped. Okay, it's gonna roll again. It'll be interesting. I think they'll just let the clock run out. Gotta be satisfied with their performance tonight. What do you think?
Oh, without a doubt, Ryan, they have to be a satisfied. Coach, I'm sure, didn't really know what to expect. Coach Friedman, and playing a tough team in the Bandits, and Colorado Springs came out fired up. Pretty good crowd supporting them, and you know, they've got to be really happy with that. The final score here from Gary Berry Stadium in Colorado Springs Spirit 35, the San Jose Bandits 9, and for cameraman Jeff Filletta and Dave Miller, Ryan Brown, this is John Pecoraro saying good night from Colorado Springs.